So let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is some of the things that I'm going to study in 2021. The things that I think that are going to be relevant going forward in the future. And let me just switch my screen here to show you. The very first thing that I want to show you is blockchain technology. This is something I think that's going to be more and more relevant. If you've been watching the news, you've been seeing cryptocurrency going off the rails lately. And a lot of this technology, I mean, the money is based on blockchain. And I don't think that this technology is going away. It has all the hallmarks of what I saw with cloud computing many years ago. And everybody kept talking about it, and it just kept coming up over and over again. It's really the same trends I'm seeing where all these gigantic companies and all these giant organizations are really kind of dipping their toe into blockchain technology. And very quickly, what it is basically it's a digital ledger. It's a distributed digital ledger that allows you to you can essentially you don't have to have a middleman. It allows you to not have a middleman because normally, if you with a bank, for example, a bank is a middleman to your money. Your money is there. You have to go to the bank to get your money. But with a digital ledger, essentially your money is out there on the web and it's all over the place. It's distributed and encrypted so that you can access it, and it's secure. It allows you to be anonymous, and it's something. It validates it so that people can't say that they didn't make a payment or didn't get a payment. It's immutable. That's what that means. So the technology is emerging slowly but surely, and not just cryptocurrency, by the way, but also for things like logistics and even voting. Voting can be done with the blockchain. Many other things that we use every day can be used with blockchain technology. And so that's why I'm going to be studying more on this, the actual technology behind it, as opposed to just, cryptocurrency for the sake of making money and investments and things. That's a whole separate issue. Blockchain itself does much more than just money. And another thing that you should know about blockchain technology is that, Oracle's starting to use it, Walmart is starting to use it, and many different other organizations and governments are starting to kind of dip their toe in this technology. And it looks a lot like what cloud technology was looking like about 10 years ago. All right, another thing I'm going to be studying very heavily is cyber threat intelligence. This is becoming much, much more important to anybody who does cybersecurity. And what this is, from a high level, is if you have a customer, or if you have you're in an organization, either one, and you're protecting someone's assets, their laptops, their servers, their information, their personnel. You're protecting their assets. Cyber threat intelligence is where you kind of do recon to see if anyone is looking into trying to break into those assets. And one of the ways that you could do it is to have a cyber threat intelligence system that goes out and checks the dark web, checks the internet to see who's talking about your organization. Does anybody have your IPs of your organization? Is anybody scanning your organization? So you're looking for where people are trying to get into your organization, kind of a preemptive. You're doing preemptive checks to see if there's anyone trying to get into your systems. This is going to be really, really more and more important as technology becomes even more important in all of our lives. If you looked at the recent gigantic hacks that are going on, state-sponsored hacks are happening, and one of the ways to have some kind of defense against these state-funded, state-sponsored actors is to actually do cyber threat intelligence, see if anybody has been kind of casing the joint, kind of scanning your network, scanning to see if you have any vulnerabilities out there. So cyber threat intelligence is something I'm going to really dive into this year. And that's going to start off with things like ethical hacking, and then I'm going to get into cyber threat intelligence, because you kind of got to know a little bit about ethical hacking and stuff to actually have a deeper understanding of what threat intelligence is. And another thing I'm going to dive into this year, and I've kind of put it off way too long, is cloud computing technology. And this is something I talk about a lot on this channel, and it's just getting more and more important. Like, it's not going away. It's really become a centerpiece of all of our lives, whether you know it or not. If you watch Netflix, if you use Gmail, if you use Hotmail, whatever you use, like, most of these gigantic technologies are using cloud technologies on the back end. So it's just becoming more and more important. And me as a cybersecurity person, I need to have a deeper understanding of what that is all about. So those are the things that I'm going to study this year for 2021, and possibly get certifications in some of these technologies. And actually, it's become a required two of those things on that list that I just mentioned to you have become a requirement for the job that I work at, that I have to actually get a certification in them. So this is something that I'm definitely going to do. And I think that those three things are going to become more and more important in the next 5 to 10 years. All right, let me see if I got anything else. I see a few people watching me. If you guys have any questions, let me know.